Most people in the UK think that putting their money in savings is the safe thing to do. But in 2026, that safe bet is leaking a hole in your bucket. With inflation back up at 3.4% and the Bank of England preparing to cut interest rates, sitting in cash isn't just boring, it's expensive. Today, I'm showing you why the window to build wealth is wide open right now, and how to use your UK financial superpowers before the April deadline. Hi, I'm Simon. I'm not a financial guru, but I'm just an ordinary investor who's been building a better financial future for myself since 2014. My goal is to inspire you to join the journey, because in this economic climate, the biggest risk you take is not to be investing at all. Just a disclaimer before we start, nothing in this video is financial advice. It's just for educational and inspirational purposes only. You should do your own research because investing carries risk. Before we start, I just want to say a big thank you to all my 126 subscribers. It really does mean so much to me because I started this channel during my recovery after I had a stroke in 2023. It gave me a sense of purpose and hopefully a future means of earning money, because I haven't been able to gain employment since I've had the stroke. So honestly, thank you. Let's just get back to the video. Let's first address the silent thief. Even though we aren't seeing the double-digit inflation that we saw a few years ago, it's still hovering around 3 to 3.4%. If your money is in a standard current account or basic savings account, paying the average 3.3%, you aren't actually saving, you're barely treading water. In many cases, after taxes, you're actually losing real value. Investing is no longer a luxury for the wealthy. It's a vital tool to protect your purchasing power from being eroded. Now you might be thinking, at least they haven't raised my income tax. But that's where the stealth tax comes in. Since 2021, the personal allowance, that's the amount you earn before you pay tax, has been frozen at £12,570. In the latest budget, the government confirmed that freeze will stay in place until April 2031. This is a phenomenon called the fiscal drag. Think about it. As prices go up, your wages do too, just to keep your head above water. But because the tax threshold is frozen, every pay rise pushes a bigger chunk of your income into the taxman's hands. If the allowance had risen with inflation since 2021, it would be above £14,000 by now. This freeze is technically a tax hike that you didn't vote for, and it's making it even harder than ever to save, which is exactly why your ISA and pension are the best line of defence. The biggest mistake people make is waiting for the perfect time, but the cost of waiting is huge. If you start at 25 instead of 35, that 10-year head start can mean the difference of hundreds of thousands of pounds in extra growth due to compounding. We're approaching April the 5th, the end of the tax year. This is a use it or lose it moment for your £20,000 ISA allowance. If you don't use that tax-free space now, you'll lose it forever. If you're finding this video useful, please share it with someone else you think it could help. It would mean a lot to me and it helps my channel to grow. The Bank of England is widely expected to cut interest rates twice this year. And why does this matter? Because when rates fall, the safe returns on your savings accounts drop. Historically, this is exactly when the stock market and real assets like property start to perform. By starting now, you're getting in before the crowd leaves their savings account and start looking for better returns. While everyone is talking about the expensive US stocks, many analysts see the UK market as undervalued. With the FTSE 100 having recently reached the 10,000 mark, there is still a massive valuation gap between the US and the UK markets. For you, this means that you can buy into high-quality defensive UK companies, think healthcare and consumer goods, at relatively cheap prices compared with the US inflated markets. Companies like AstraZeneca, the biggest company in the UK, they focus on oncology or cancer and rare diseases. In 2026, they are the cornerstone of many UK portfolios. Or Reckitt, which is a company that focuses on health and hygiene. Brands include Dettol, Gaviscon, Nurofen and Finish. People buy these products whether the economy is booming or in recession. And Tesco. As the UK's largest supermarket, Tesco is a definition of defensive. Everyone has to eat, right? And Tesco's dominant market share and Clubcard data make it a very steady performer in 2026. These aren't speculative tech startups. These are massive, profitable machines that provide the essentials for modern life. If you'd like more examples of these kind of UK companies, if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel so you can see my future videos where I'll talk more about this. You have to use the UK gifts that the government gives us. The Stocks and Shares ISA is 100% tax-free profit, period. And the SIP gives you an immediate 20 to 45% boost through tax relief. It's essentially free money to jumpstart your wealth. So take advantage of it. Now let's talk about the state pension, because this is where a lot of people get caught out. In April 2026, the full state pension is rising to about £241.30 a week. That's only about £12,548 a year. Can you live off that? But worse still, here are the 3 reasons why you can't rely on it. Number 1, as I mentioned before, the personal allowance has been frozen at £12,570. By next year, that state pension alone will have almost entirely used up that tax-free limit. Every single penny you earn from a part-time job or a private pension will be taxed at 20% or more. Number 2, the age gap. Starting in May 2026, the state pension age begins its climb to 67. If you're in your 20s or 30s today, there's a high chance that you won't even see a single penny from the government until the age of 68, 69 or even 70, and possibly even older. And number 3, the basic standard. The state pension is designed to keep you out of poverty, not to fund a lifestyle. If you want to travel, help your kids, or just live comfortably, the state pension is just a supplement, not the solution. You are the only person responsible for your retirement gap. So what do you think? Do you think the state pension will still exist by the time you reach retirement age? Let me know your predictions in the comments below. So 2026 is the year to move from being a saver to an investor. Don't let your hard-earned cash lose its value. It's easier now more than ever. You can access everything on your mobile phone. And start small. Even just £25 a month makes a big difference. But you've got to start now. If you're new to investing, you can start with a very low risk global ETF that invests in the largest companies in the world. For example, Vanguard's FTSE All World ETF, ticker symbol VWRL. And then do your research by watching more of my videos. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and other investing channels. My personal favourites are the Compounding Investor and the Joseph Carlson Show, and I'll drop those links in the comments below. So if you could go back to your 20-year-old self and give yourself one piece of money advice, what would it be? Drop it in the comments and I'll be hearting the best ones. Until next time, thanks for watching, happy investing and take care.